Welcome to our weekly live webinar series. Our featured speakers are Professor Kenny Simon and Miss Christiana Iordanous.
Okay, so you know you're with us. We'll have this as a practice session as well. So I think the rest we've got the details on the number of registrants, the number of people who are actually on the page and to register, but we've not got them in the webinar as we speak. So we can always follow it up as well. So okay, so what we'll do, this one here is yours, Gabriel. This Gibu IVM.
No, that's Jen.
That's Jen. Oh, okay. Jen, you can hear us as well, I guess. Yeah. So that's good. So any questions you guys can ask. So what we can do is we'll do this as a practice session, but we're going to analyze the market together. And the charts from the demo test company, so that we can get okay. So let's get to it. And this is basically a very good training session for our team, especially because you guys will be dealing with your group of traders eventually and running your own solo webinars in different parts of the world. Okay, so now I guess you guys can see this whiteboard here very clearly. You can move on this end as well. Here. So what we are doing on a daily basis, that before the webinar, I'll be sitting in with my team to actually analyze the market. So when we analyze the market, we basically analyze the market through our price plan right here. So I'm going to be asking Christiana to ask me questions on anything that's not clear so that she can represent the traders out there. Okay. So how we start on a daily basis is that I'll usually go on the market at about 4 or 5 a.m. the same time, and then I'll do my analysis. So it always take me about 30 minutes or so.
Can you turn down the mic? I think that's
My mind over volume bit.
volume, yeah, and then down.
Yeah. Now it's okay?
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So you can hear me. Yeah. All right. So now we just getting the technicals polished a little bit. Let me just make sure that I think I've recorded as well, right?
Yeah, it's recording.
Nice. It is recording on this. Okay, good. All right.
So you can hear us.
Yeah. It's recorded as well. So as we mentioned before, it's accessible to all clients upon registering and activation of their life account. Okay, so let's get going. Whole process. Now simplify the process into 5 steps. Okay, so we'll start with the first step. We always want to understand the psychology of the market. Now I'll give you a bit of an idea of the tools. It's a very simple tool, and it's available on actionforex.com. Now, they'll give us an idea, but of course, this is just the process, but we will turn it into a tutorial in 2 days workshop. Okay, in the 2 days workshop, it becomes very simple, and I'll test Christiana's knowledge as well, because we've gone through this table right here, this table that you can see on the screen. Now, this table right here is called, like Christiana as well as a trading coach, we will be guiding on coming out of your platform to firstly understand what you see on the screen. So what you see on the screen, it's outside of the chart, because this is called one of the tools is called the table that shows you the top movers of the day. So top movers of the day, for example, this one here. Now, the top movers of the day gives you a good example of what is active, or what are the active instruments for the day. So you can see that from 1 to 10, this is a free tool. I've been using this for more than 10 years. So when we are looking at this table, it gives you a bit of an idea of which currency pairs are moving the most. We want to always focus on the first column first. Now, let's start Christiana, because we've gone over this. So Christiana, on the table there, the first column, which currency, the single currency that you notice to be appearing the most?
Japanese yen.
Very good, and that is JPY. For those who are very, very new into the abbreviations, AUD is Australian dollar, JPY is your Japanese yen. And as you can see, you have got from number 1 to number 10, JPY appears here. You see JPY appears
6 times.
yes, 6 times. Bravo. So that's very important. JPY, 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 JPY. So that's already 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 right here, right? Very good. So what that means is that out of 1 to 10, you've got JPY appearing 60% of the time. So if it appears 60% of the time, there is a reason. You don't know what that reason is, that a lot of people out there today, they're paying a lot of attention to Japanese yen. And why? Maybe something goes on in Japan. Maybe there's a reason why, based on the economic calendar. Maybe it's economically connected, politically connected, or many other reasons. So this is basically a way to indicate to us that we need to focus on picking the right currency before we pick the right pair. You see, so this is how we come about understanding what to pick for the day. So now we've got Japanese yen. Now, another thing that we can actually do very easy is to go on to the tool section of RockWest as well, where we've got the economic calendar, we've got various other tools on RockWest platform as well. Now, here I would like to also give you an indication of where you would be registering for the webinars. And the webinars are connected. If you are from Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, so all connected to RockWest, and basically RockWest sponsors this entire webinar series of 12 in total. So this is basically it, and we've got 3 webinars per week. Now, with this, what we do is that when you want to register, you go on to fxcosmo.com, and under the Bretton Academy button right there, we've got options. We've got education, we've got tools. All you need to do is click onto the free trading signals. There you go. You can just subscribe now, and basically you'll be in the system to gain access into the signals services provided via Telegram. Okay, so we've got Bretton signals via Telegram, and then what we do with the webinars right now is just to show you of what you see on the signals of Telegram. How do we do it? So a lot of signals providers out there, they don't show you how these signals are done or signals are created. So here we're doing something really special, because we want to give you the fish and teach you how to fish as well. So it's a very, very different value that we're giving to all traders out there through our signal services and the webinars. So the webinars are happening on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So there you go. So it gives you a bit of an idea. And now, because this is going to be recorded, it'll help you understand where do you need to go to register, and it will help you understand as well how are we actually coming up with all these signals. So now this is a very important part of the whole process. Okay, so I'm going to first here. Okay, now you've got the entire plan, which are practically basically practically applied when we start off with the tools like you see. So this tool here is your very first step, understanding the psychology of market. Now, the psychology of the market usually relates to emotions. So you've got the chart moving in 3 different directions, whether it's bullish, which is uptrend, and then we have got a sideways trend, okay, consolidation, and we've also got downtrend. When the market, yes, bearish, that's right. And what do we call a bullish market? Or do you call that trend at the same time? So bullish, so she's got the answer before the questions given. So we've got a bullish market, a consolidating or sideways market. We have got a bearish downtrend. So it's called bearish when it's downtrend, bullish when it's uptrend. And we also can call it hawkish as well. Hawkish is the name of a bird, like an eagle. So an eagle or a hawk flies very high, so we can say that the trend is hawkish as well as bullish. Now, when we are on a bullish trend, what usually happens is that we have got an indication of the participation in the market here in this column. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. On the fifth column, you could see it says CHG with a percentage symbol. What that means is that it's the percentage of change, whether going up or going down for that particular pair. But what we need to understand as well is that if we look at the first one, it says AUD JPY, right? What this is we need to focus on the currency on the left, always on the left, because that's the base currency. So what that means is that if we see a negative symbol here, that stands for people selling it. So they are selling the AUD, not selling the JPY. Now, it does not mean that this is what we do as well. So that's why we want to guide you on how we produce signals based on all these tools. So now we need to pick a single currency first and then match make with another currency. Then we've got a pair to analyze. So we don't go into the charts until we get the right pair, that we need to do a trend analysis first. Okay, so here, for example, we've got AUD. So majority of traders, as we speak, they are actually selling the AUD, and because they're selling the AUD, that means they're buying JPY. So this is a very important piece of information, because if majority of traders are buying the JPY, so we've got buying the first column, the first row, the second row, again, they are actually selling the NZD, so they are buying the JPY. So all the 6 rows that includes the JPY, people or traders are majority buying the JPY and selling the currency. When they are buying the JPY, what does this mean? This means they are more risk averse. So there is a high chance of gold as well, if, for example, the market tends to communicate risky situation or events. So when the market is in that situation, usually it's a selling type market. So it's a bearish market for the other currencies, but a bullish market for the JPY. Because they are buying the JPY, JPY is connected to the CHF, the Swiss franc, and also gold. So when something happens very risky in Asia or in parts of the world, it's an indication when they are buying the JPY that something risky is happening. So a lot of people are buying the JPY. That means they are risk averse. And because JPY is a safe haven, okay? So safe havens include the JPY, the CHF, gold, and to some extent, depending on the events that occur in the world, USD could also sneak in to become a safe haven as well. Okay, so I hope that's clear for everyone. So what I do is very simple. Because I've got this hint from that table, so now with that simple rule, when I sit down and I this is for 15 minutes to 30 minutes, what I do is that I go into this table and I pick the most popular currency. So that one there, it's 6 currencies. It's JPY. So I've got my JPY here. So my focus has to be on JPY, not buying, selling, or downtrend or uptrend. No, because we've got first currency, we need to match it with another currency to make it a pair. Okay, so now with that JPY alone, we have got many other strategies to make sure that it is definitely JPY that's in the market a lot of very volatile. But that's one of the tools that we can actually use very quickly on the same website, actionforex.com. It's just a tools website. You've got articles to read and everything else. So we have got all the list of tools right here. We've got heat maps, we've got volatility charts. So if we go onto the volatility chart, this volatility chart will help us find the other pair that is best combined with JP1 in terms of volatility. Okay, so this is what we need to now look at. This table right here, we pick JP1 and we go on 4-hour and daily chart. And once we click that, what we do is we can see this very simple diagram, and it will show us with the closest edge right there pointing to us based on the daily chart in purple. Okay, so you've got two charts on here. The yellowish one page is 4-hour, it's a 4-hour chart, and then we've got the purple one, the daily chart. Okay, so now we've got that purple, higher the time frame is always better. So that purple one is pointing us to GBP. So we have got JPY and GBP, right? So what is the pair you can see? You can see that GBP combined with JPY would be probably the best one to analyze for today. Not the best one to trade yet, but for us to take it to the chart, and only now we move to the chart. So 50% of the time, not 50, maybe more, maybe about 70, 80% of the time, traders will rush into the platform. So they expose themselves to 50% plus risk already because they are not picking the right pair to trade for today. So today, the right pair to analyze further would be not to trade, but to analyze further for trend analysis is GBP. GBP versus GBP. Okay. So that's the first step that we have taken right here to understand what the trend is, what pair to actually pick. So that stands for the P. So we've got 5 processes, 5 steps. So we take P.I.C.E. That's your 5-step process. So once you have done that, and you can do that very easily, practice in within 5 minutes. And once we have 15 minutes, not 5 minutes, 5 minutes is probably the first one. Okay. So in 5 minutes, you are able to just get the right pair and analyze it. Within 10 minutes to analyze it onto the chart with strategies like the geometric patterns and everything else. And then you make the final decision right here, whether to buy or sell. That all needs to come after you have gone through step by step the price trade plan. So this is your trade plan, but it's a practical trade plan by action. You need to do this, and then they'll make your right and left brain hemispheres very busy so that you will be able to make decision in buying and selling. This is your final. So we've got the first where we use all these tools, Forex and various other sites as well, and also on COSMO website, also on the our sponsors website, on the trading area or client area of WordPress as well. We've got various other tools in there, like calendar and various other tools that are available in the website of WordPress. So with that, combining the tools that are available on these websites, we are able to then dissect them, filter them, and basically go from one step to the other steps. Right? So then after that, we will be guiding everyone as well on the 2 days workshop to understand how do you conduct a risk and reward analysis to understand lot sizing. Lot sizing means how much should you trade based on the capital and risk appetite that you have on your own as a trader of the market. Okay, so then after we move on to the second side, whereby we at Bretton Academy, we conduct research, so we give you the insights on all the tips and hot news and everything else that moves the market, so we can give you extra tips when you connect with your own mentor and own instructors to understand economic, political, and geopolitical factors, because we basically research the market, come up with reports, and we can give you the insights and the edge in trading because you've got extra information from the mentors that we have at Bretton Academy. Okay, so there you go. So we've got the second step right there, third step, insights. So you have to connect with your mentors. Step 3, in order for us to give you a confirmation list to understand that you are definitely have gone through the trade plan and have picked high probability low risk trade. It's your choice to make the execution, and that's the final trading decision that you have made. So that's as simple as that. Can all be actioned through action only to conduct this 5-step process. And this 5-step process is to be conducted by yourself. In 15 minutes or so, you're able to do that. That what we do is we do the trade plan, give you the fish. So we are giving you the signals, and you will be having the right set of skills to do it yourself. Okay, I hope that's clear. Any questions? Anyone has got any questions can just type into the message box. Dima, have you got some questions? Because we've actually analyzed the market earlier on, and we've got a hint that GBP, JPY will probably be a good one to actually take a look at to conduct a trend analysis. Now, I want everyone to know trend analysis is very different from a technical analysis. So you should only be conducting a technical analysis after you've conducted a trend analysis. So once you understand the trend of a particular pair, like in this case, it's the GBP JPY that okay, just chart and look. This is what you could do, or you could always go onto the market watch itself on this platform, on Rockwest platform. This is your MT5. So you've got a difference between a slight difference between MT4 and MT5, but you've got sharper, more effective tools on the MT5. Okay, so here, just want to add, it was GBP JPY. So there you go. We've got GBP is your Great British Pound. Now the Great British Pound, GBP, is also known as the cable. Right? Cable is the nickname for fiber is a nickname for the euro, and you've got the yen. Yen is always just known as, Japanese yen is always known as just yen. Okay, so there you go. Now we've got, I think that's it. And see. Okay, just switch that one there. Let me just make this a little clearer as well, a little bit better for everyone to see the chart itself. So what I usually do is to get rid of all the grid that you can see. You can do that like that. Okay, and we usually apply some tools, meaning, you've got your trend lines and all that. This one here, we can get rid of that and average right there. Now, when we do a trend analysis, very simple, just demonstrate to everyone that you only need the moving averages. Okay, so what you can actually do is you click onto insert indicators, and then you look at your trend right there, and you want to always look for moving average. Now, what we need to do at the beginning of a trend analysis is to apply 3 averages. Okay, you've got the 50, the 100, and 200. This is how you do it. I'll show you the first step. You've got the period right there, and we type the first number to be 50. So it's a 50, 100, 200, and we want to change the method. Click onto that and click on exponential. So you want to have the EMA, not just the MA. MA stands for moving average, but EMA is your exponential moving average. Just, this is my right. Second. Excuse me. Now on the apply, you want to always have close in there, and I usually just apply 3 colors, shades of blue, shades of red, one that is lighter than the other or darker than the other. So in this case, let me just demonstrate. I usually just have it blue. You can pick any colors that you want, and then you go on to that. So that's your first line. So that's the 50 moving average. Now the 50 moving average is simply a line that indicates the movement of 50 days. So the numbers are just the number of days. So that line indicates the average movement based on the number of days that you have selected. So what I've done over the years is just to use the 50, the 100, and the 200 days. Okay, so your 50 days, 100 days, and 200 days. So now you repeat the same thing that you've done and click onto that. Go into indicators, and as you can see, you have got the word trend and the word oscillators and the word volume. So that just means these are the category of indicators under that particular category.
So all the ones that you see here are trend indicators, and one of them is the moving average. So we go on there, and then we click on 100. We need three lines like moving like a river. So this is what we need, and then I'll do that a little bit less dark. Then we'll have that. So that's your second line. That's your 100 moving average. And then that again. Now, of course, we can save this template. We don't need to do this over and over again for all the pairs. And we'll teach you in the next sessions on how we can actually save it. So your templates on your desktop, and you just need to click on it and upload it. Okay. So indicators right there again. Then you go trend, and this is the last exponential moving average. Then you change that number there to 200. That's your last line. You should see a parallel moving line, not the one that's jumbled up or entangled to one another. Okay? So if you have clicked on to close, then you should be okay, and not the other one. So if you see your lines actually sort of jumbled up, just check on the apply to section right here. Make sure it is closed, and also make sure that it's the exponential moving average. Okay, there you go. You can make it yellow. Would you like to make it yellow, Christiana? Okay, and let's do that. So now we've got the three lines. We've discussed this before. The three lines, and these three lines are usually seen on 3 time frames. So you've got all your time frames here. You've got 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. Okay, so now we are doing an analysis to help us understand what is the real trend of GBP JPY. So we've gone through the first step of the trade plan right there. And this is how we come up with signals. So signals are simply your analysis. If you come up with a high probability, low risk signal, that means you've gone through some sort of step by step to analyze the market first before you come on the chart. And that's usually a better way of approaching the market, is to understand the real trend of the market, so you can then understand how to trade that particular instrument that you picked. Okay, so that's why they say the trend is your friend, but if you make it your friend, it could literally help you as a friend. Okay, so this is very, very important. So you've got a 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart means very simple for those of you who are new and the newbie, for example, and you will see that we are using candlesticks chart for our analysis, not the different type of charts that are available on this platform as well. So in this platform, MT5 of Rockwest, you could actually literally look at, if you go to view, you see that we've got many toolbars, and we've got time frames like right here, you've got line studies, and everything is ticked already. So let's look at the different types of chart. You have got charts right here. Let me just think we need to, that one there is fine. This one here, create a chart. Not this one here, but if we were to zoom in, it is called a candlestick chart, mainly because it shapes like a candle. And you've got 3 types of chart. You've got tick chart right here, candlestick that we are on right now, and very simple line chart. So because of our strategy and approach that we want to share with everyone, we see that the candlestick chart is the best chosen type of chart that we will be using throughout our entire communication and courses together. Okay, so here, for example, we have got the white candle showing that GBP has actually dropped a lot, and then it has risen in the past, but then now it's on the drop. Now we are just focusing on not buy, sell, uptrend, downtrend. No, we are wanting to analyze GBP JPY based on 3 time frames, and that usual time frame that I picked to be very effective are the 4 hour and the daily chart. Okay, so Christiana, you remember all this, right? Because I think this was actually shown to you to understand that we need to make the analysis based on 3 time frames, right? Because a lot of traders out there, what they do is that they analyze the chart based on only 1 time frame, and they go like this. They go on to the M5, for example, which is 5-minute chart, and they look at the current candle and they say, oh, it's downtrend. If it's moving downwards, uptrend, it's moving upwards. So that would be a very risky way of doing trend analysis. So the best higher probability way or style of analyzing the trend, because you're doing a trend analysis, not a technical analysis, you've got a technical chart, you're doing a trend, you're conducting a trend analysis. So all you need to do is go into the 1 hour chart like that. And on the 1 hour chart, you've got the 3 lines right there. 50, yeah, you remember 50? And brilliant, 10 points for Christian. So we have got 3 lines indicating to us the movement of the trend. So the 3 lines could actually move sideways, could actually move like this, like my fingers here, 3 lines upwards or 3 lines downwards. Now we see that it's moving at the end, moving towards sideways. They're not moving towards too high or basically moving downwards. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I've got my voice. I think I left home, so I need to get back to it later. That should be okay right now. All right. So here we go. Now we've got 3 lines on the 1 hour chart showing sideways. Now all we need to do is to understand that there is only trend if all 3 time frames matches. So if you've got 3 lines pointing up, 3 lines pointing down, that means if it's pointing upwards towards the sky, this is not how it's supposed to be if it is an uptrend. So if it's an uptrend, all 3 lines would be pointing towards the sky, then you've got a clear uptrend in that particular frame. If you've got a match in all 3 time frames, that means you've got a high probability opportunity for an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay? So now this is a very clear sideways market. So this trend analysis itself will save you not only the time, but the risk of entering at the wrong time and picking the wrong pair to trade for a day. Okay, so that's why we see that it's got sideways, 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 pointing at 3 o'clock like this, right? Horizontally. That means you've got a very non-clear. The trend is not clear, not smooth, and not strong for GBP at the moment, based on both chart and also 4 hour chart. Now, obviously, 1 hour, 4 be very simple for those leads out there. Each candle, let's say you are clicking on 4 hour chart, each candle moves for 4 hours and then it changes. You've got a new candle pop up after 4 hours. So that's what it means. So if you have chosen 1 hour, every candle will move for 1 hour before a new one appears. So that's it. Very simple. You've got 1 minute right here, the M's. You've got 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You've got the H, 1 hour, and the D stands for daily, your daily chart, your weekly chart, and your 1 month chart. So 1 month meaning every candle represents the movement of 1. So here is the whole month here. Right? Now, this cursor right here, this is called a crosshair. So you're able to actually point to the candle itself, and you can see at the very bottom, here, it's highlighted the date. So that's basically was at 1st of January 2025. So that candle will last for 1 month. So it started at 1st of January, it'll end of this month. So on the 31st onwards, so on the 1st of February onwards, will be a new candle. Okay, so you've got a monthly new candle. So now we are still in the month of January right here. So this is still January here. So now let's go back to the trend. So we've got a sideways market for GBP. Now I'll tell you what majority of traders do. Majority of traders actually rush into the trade and say sell, 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 because they're looking at a selling type candle, they're looking at a bearish candle, and they would actually go to a 30-minute chart like this, for example, and they would be looking at it, and because they may have their own strategy, so they're stopping strategy, so they might actually go anti-trend. But what we are introducing here is more of a trending type strategy. So here they would actually be selling and selling and selling. The problem with that is that it's quite a risky move. It may be the right for them for their strategies, but for a trend trader like us, we need to firstly understand what the trend is. The trend on the 1 hour chart, the 4 hour chart, it's sideways. So sideways market, we usually don't do anything, meaning that we wait until the market matures into a stronger trend. The reason for that is because on a sideways market, it's exactly like you putting your finger into a spinning washing machine, because everything is unclear, everything is not really clear for you to understand what the trend is. Then you participate into a market that may confuse you, because the sideways market has got one emotion that predominates, and that is usually uncertainty. Uncertainty, not sure, or you just want to keep back from trading. Sideways market. Okay. So the other thing as well is that uptrend bullish market, the emotion that predominates or governs traders is greed. So greed governs the uptrend, and fear governs the downtrend. So when traders and investors are fearful of the market or fearful of the instruments that they keep, they want to sell it off. So that's where you get a downfall of a very, very strong downtrend. So the downtrend gets stronger and stronger when the fear picks up. But the opposite attracts as well. So when you're attracted to a market that is actually moving upwards or bullish, you want to buy even more, to keep in the market, you keep trading in the market and buying and buying. That basically is fueled by greed. So you've got greed, certainty on the sideways, greed, the uptrend, and fear that drives the downtrend. Okay, so that's clear. You guys are clear with the emotions that and that's why we want to always start with the first step of understanding the psychology of the market, because psychology of the market covers trends, covers champions, and covers the real all right. Sorry about that, everyone. So that was my phone. Okay, so there we go. So that's I hope that's clear for everyone, so that we so much. Just phone charged up.
Then maybe one.
It's okay, no problems. Yeah, I think I left mine. It's okay, it's okay. We still have some. Okay, so there you go. I hope that's clear. Anybody has got any questions? So at the moment, the conclusion, if you've got anyone has questions, just type away in the message box and we'll take it from there. So at this moment of time, just demonstrating how we actually conduct the signals, do the trend analysis. Firstly, the GBP JPY is not really a nice pair to actually go further with. That means to trade it at this moment of time would be a very, very risky move, because on the 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, and daily chart, it's just on a sideways market. It's consolidating. It's not, the market hasn't decided. So when you are in doubt, you need to stay out of the market for a bit for this particular instrument, especially the GBP JPY. So on a daily basis, what I would do with my team is to look out for all the pairs, and then on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, we demonstrate it on how and why we've actually picked the right pair. So in this case, in the webinar today, let's say for Wednesday, we wouldn't be looking at GBP JPY, because GBP JPY was not the pair that we have actually picked. So we wouldn't be picking JPY for today, but there are ways to understand what the correlated pairs that may actually move better in trend correlated to the GBP. So at this moment of time, we've just done that one simple step and we picked one pair. We could actually be picking so many other pairs as well that revolves around the JPY. So revolves around the correlated pair of JPY. Now, usually what happens is that if the Japanese yen indicates some risk event in Japan, that is also a sign of buying of gold as well, because of the of gold being another safe haven. So we'll be looking at as well. We'll be doing a correlation between step 1 right up to step 3. So step 3 will be where we'll be sharing with you the insights. My advice is not to actually prolong your analysis of GBP JPY on the technical side, but we can actually stop here on the trend analysis because we've got a snippet. So that's basically it, just to give everyone a snippet of how it's like. And from Wednesday onwards, we'll be digging deep into a list of trends, a list of signals. You'll be able to then be able to see the right signals on your telegram. So the telegrams are the actual signals that will be released, and you'll be able to look at your telegram, your mobile, and just trade it. And we want to then discuss with you the outcome of all these signals that we have released to you on Telegram. So this is where we want to show you what others don't show, and want to tell you signals that others don't actually tell you about. So you've got practical signals, and these are all real and realistic signals that you can just trade. And we want you to try all these signals out in our Telegram channel, and then tell me and tell us how did all these signals do for you, whether they were successful signals, they hit your stop losses, and we will be able to discuss it in our next webinars.
Also,
Yes.
if you have any questions, you can always text us on WhatsApp about today's webinar.
That's brilliant. Yes, that's right. And Christiana will be one of your instructors, be the main instructor that will be assisting me with conducting the on-site seminars or live workshop. We've got the 2 days workshop coming up in March in Indonesia and also in Malaysia. Indonesia in April and Indonesia in April, Malaysia in March. So we are looking forward to see you there. But meantime, feel free to ask as many questions and enjoy the signals and to generate, your income for the day through our signals. So with that, we would like to thank you and look forward for our Wednesdays daily webinar as well, daily signals webinar. So we are talking about the signals on Wednesday. So let's catch up on Wednesday. We shall be sending you signals from today in your account.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Have a good picking day. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.